morning. Just eating breakfast. We'll get started here shortly. Again, I wanted to, I don't know if the event when I was up in Lemon Creek, I mentioned about that. And I'm not trying to sell products or anything, but this Lido, L-I-D-O, it's like powder, it's a powdered milk, but they've come a long way with powdered milks. And boy, does that taste. You just add water to that, it's like real milk. It's amazing. It's my cereal. So we'll get going shortly here. I just wanted to give you a quick update. We only have 7.7 miles down to the lake, so it shouldn't be too bad. The water here is weird. There's a little bit of a gasoline taste to it, so I'm going to just go with a liter. And I used a fresh water bladder, and last night I had filled some from the bin, and the bin's definitely got like a gasoline taste. So there's a float you can push down to get clean water, but I think my bladder, water bladder, dirty water, was already filled with that gasoline water. So this morning I got a fresh water bladder that I carry as an extra, a spare. Filled that, and it doesn't taste as bad. So I'm going to just go with 1 liter till I get to the lake, and then get rid of all my bottles and start over with new fresh water, because I filled all my 1 liter bottles with that stuff last night. So all the bottles are going to be contaminated, if you will. So more challenges out here, of course. So see you on the trail. Okay, so we are leaving camp here, junction 83, road 83. Any hikers, I'd stay away from this water if I was you, unless you really need it. It's just use the float and push it down. And I don't know what's going on. That's an old tank that has gasoline in it or something, or had gasoline, because it has a taste. I don't know why they would do that, because the wildlife is drinking that water from that bin there, and there's no way that could be good for anything. Us humans or animals, or somebody's gonna have to, I'm gonna probably let the Arizona Trail know about that, it's a great place to have water for hikers and such, but I don't know, we have a lot of descent to get down to that lake today, a couple thousand feet, and we will see you a little bit further down the trail. I can't really film going down this thing.
Right on. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sure, there's plenty of water.
Okay,
Coming
sounds
through
good.
for you guys. There's plenty of water.
So that was Steve. He was giving away some, he's working on a trail, and he's actually gave us some liquid IV, which was awesome. He's offered us some fresh ice water, but we're just leaving camp, and just don't really need it at this point. But very nice of him to do that for us. He actually gave us a little reroute, because we got a real dicey section coming up here. So it was nice to run into him. We might not have known about the reroute. So we'll show you when we get to that. Here's what Steve was talking about. This just got washed out. They had like 7 inches of rain last summer, and just washed the trail out kind of. So thank God we ran into that guy, because I don't know what we would have tried to go down and up that thing. It would have been really hard. So he gave us a little hint on, we had to bushwhack a little bit. Him and his partner are actually out here going to be clearing that little 50-yard bypass that Jason and I just did. So boy, that's really nice that guy, we got lucky, because we may not have been able to, we may have discovered the little shortcut, but anyway, just wanted to show you some of the challenges we run into out here. So we've been just following this big, huge wash for the last couple miles. It's way overgrown again, so yesterday was a little reprieve from the snakes, but now we're back into high snake area again because of the high grass and hotter temperatures and stuff again. Yesterday was nice knowing that we probably weren't going to run into something because of the rain. They kind of get spooky when it rains. So we're back into this overgrown stuff. So we gotta be careful. Just bang my trekking pole up in front of us and shake the ground a little bit. And north of Payson, Highway 87, we should be good. Jason was asking about when we thought we would maybe be done with them.
And that'll be about it. Once we get to 6,000 feet, we don't really come back down below that, north of like the Highway 87 area, and then we should be good. One less thing you got to try to worry about out here, because your hike's over if you get bit by one of those, which is, you know, not uncommon if you're not really cautious. So we've been going through this wash for like 4 miles or something. So we're trying to get away from it, because it's, at some point you just walk in the wash, because the trail just keeps going back and forth, bringing you back into it. So the last section we just walked in the wash just to save from going up and down, because the ups and downs into the wash are really dicey because of that 7 inches of rain. It kind of washed away the trail, so it's like you're rock climbing to get back up and down through this. So I just missed the trail here. I'm gonna take a video off here. It's an old water source for cows or something, but it still has the I guess the well's dry, I guess, or obviously, and it still has the little float on there. God knows how long that's been there. Kind of funny. Sometimes they move cows and then they don't do the water anymore, but funny that the float's still there. We're honing in on the camp, on the lake here, getting there. It's been a tough little 7-mile hike here. At least it's not a rattler, but we just almost stepped on this guy. Look how camouflaged he is right in there. But I think he's a good snake. He'll eat mice and stuff. I was gonna go over and check this tank out just for kicks, and we saw this thing on the trail. So lunch in a camping spot is close. There's see the Marina and stuff. Just a couple miles, not even, I don't think. We're getting there. I almost want to go swimming in that thing, if you're allowed. Just been this Jeep trail. We just climbed about 300 feet or something. Now we'll be going down, I think, at this point. I don't know if they're supposed to be coin-operated showers, but we'll see. I got coins, just need to shower. And supposedly there's coin-operated laundry too, and I'm wearing all white. It gets dirty in like 2 days, so I'd like to do laundry if I can, but it might be just for like the campers that pay for camping that get that. I don't know, we'll see, because I'm not paying, or just they let the through hikers camp behind the hiker shed. I'll show you the hiker shed, because apparently it's pretty cool. It has power, so I can charge my stuff up. And there's a restaurant here, Marina, convenience store. So I'm gonna switch out my water bottles. I think I mentioned that gasoline. I don't know what the heck that was, but I'm gonna go all new bottles, because I was tasting that last night in my tea, and this morning I got some new stuff and it was a little better. But we're gonna start fresh with the water bottles. So we'll see you down the road here. I'm gonna have to run by them. So you can be home for the next day and a half. I know, call me wimpy and all that, but I don't care. I need my rest between these long hikes, these long 3 or 4 days of hiking. We have a long stretch coming up after Payson. We go 71 miles between hot showers. Although this might not be a hot shower, this might be a jump in the lake. Check in when we get to lunch here. I don't know if there's a crosswalk here or not. I guess I gotta run across with a backpack. Oof. It's a long day for 7.7 miles. It seems like it was a Well, it's longer than I thought. They always make you work hard to get the food, showers, lodging, whatever it is. You always have to work for it. I'm not complaining. It's just so nice to be here. Now they have boat rental, but they don't cater to the small fishermen. It's all like 22-foot, $500 boats. I'm not ready to spend that really. I find a hiker shed here somewhere. We'll check back with you. Convenience store and RV parking. There's a shed over there probably. We'll check back. Look at all those motorcycles. Wow. Got my resupply box. Getting some lunch here, chicken sandwich, iced tea, water. Right on the marina, nice breeze blowing here. So that'll probably do it for today. It's really nice. Great breeze here. I'll check back maybe at the campsite once I get it all set up there. So this is the hiking area that they have set up for the hikers. Picnic tables, shade, restrooms, which is nice. And I'm just going to show you my camping spot real quick and we'll call it a day. Oof, I decided to take, there's nobody else here, everybody else. That's the hiker shed there, nothing big, no big deal. You can charge your stuff, but I'm charging it at the restaurant, which is just right there. So I chose a spot way back here. And the only killer is the roads right there, but I sleep so good and tired, I don't care. So drying out my rain fly because it got soaked the other day. This is my spot. Got my clothes hanging and stuff. And I'll either sit there on a rock. I'll probably eat my dinner back on those benches. I'll bring it back there. And we'll call it a night here. Have a good night. We'll see you on the trail. Taking a day off here. So we'll see you in a day. I just need a day to recoup. Get all my gear. I got all my water redone. And I'd hate to just have to go back out and hit the trail already tomorrow morning. So Jason, the guy I was hiking with, he fell at the very end today. And he dislocated his thumb, so he's probably done, unfortunately. Doesn't take much out here. He may get back on trail, but doesn't look great. His thumb's like twice the size of his other thumb. So sad, you know. He's a little younger than me, so he can come back out and do it. I don't know. That would be devastating for me. I told him you'd have to pull me off this trail. I'd be hiking with one leg if I had to, but he's just in a situation where he's got to get back for his son's graduation and stuff, so he can't take too much time off. So we'll check you out when we get the morning we get back up. We're gonna take tomorrow off. Today's Good Thursday, or Holy Thursday. Tomorrow's Good Friday, and then I'll be back on Holy Saturday on the trail. And yes, I will be hiking Easter Sunday as well. It's 2.5 days to Payson pickup, and that's when my wife's gonna pick me up in Payson. So I got 2.5 days of hiking and then another break. And then it's starting to get a longer stretch from Payson pickup to Pine. And we'll go over that as we go. Have a good night. Just a quick, I know we said goodnight already, but just a quick shout out to Amy, the gal that runs the Marina store. Real nice, real, helping me out with finding the campsite and the hiker shed and talking about renting boats. And she even gave me a guy that runs a guide for it. And but he's booked for tomorrow, so I can't do. I was gonna go fishing. Justin? He's all booked. I told him if he has any cancellations, to call me. But shout out to Amy for helping me out.